world-renowned Oriental dancer, teacher, author, choreographer, and also the creator of the pioneering Joana Saahirah's online dance school in Joana Saahirah's world, where you are right now. And today I'm coming with a very exciting video once more based on questions that I receive from dancers from all over the world, from beginners to professionals, and in particular from a specific student in my private online coaching programs. It's a beautiful question and I decided to answer it publicly because I know a lot of dancers will gain from it. And it has to do with emotion in Egyptian dance. When should I use emotion in Egyptian dance? Should I use it at all times, in every style within the universe of Egyptian dance, in a tabla solo, in a Saidi, in a Nubian piece, in an Kulthum song, in a melody, or are there specific styles and moments where I should be more emotional and others where I should be a little bit more drier, more focused on technique, more focused on action, and not so connected with the heart, not so connected with the purpose or the goal of expressing myself emotionally? And I'm going to start answering this question with a very basic information or reminder, but something that we tend to forget. We are human beings. That means we are multidimensional creatures. We're physical, we are mental, we are emotional, and we are spiritual. So when you're dancing, just like when you're living, you cannot switch the emotional dimension off and on. I cannot decide, today I'm going to be emotional, I'm going to feel, but tomorrow I'm not going to feel. I'm going to put the button off. It doesn't work that way. We are emotional beings aside from physical and mental and spiritual. That means we react to life. We co-create with life also, but not only, from an emotional place. So when you do Egyptian dance or any other kind of dance, if you are in a human mode, if you are vulnerable, if you are open, if you're not overprotective, if you are not afraid of being human, if you're not afraid of being alive, fully alive and feeling, naturally you are gonna bring your emotions to the table. They're gonna surface naturally. It is not a decision, it is not a choice, it is a default mode of any healthy, open, vulnerable human being. So this is the first thing I would like to say. The second thing is, in Egyptian dance we have different styles or sub-styles. We have Egyptian Oriental dance and we have Egyptian folklore. The difference between the first and the second is also a little bit blurred for a lot of dancers, even for professionals, but it is different. So when we talk about Egyptian folklore, for instance, we're talking about Tartib, which gave birth to the Saidi dance that we now know, thanks to Mahmoud Reda and the Reda troupe and other innovators that brought the research in Egyptian folklore to the big stages of the world and developed the Egyptian folklore. We're talking about Nubian dance, we're talking about Bedouin dance from the desert. We're talking about specific folkloric styles that you can find all over Egypt. When we talk about Oriental dance, Raksel Sharki, what is commonly known and mistakenly known as belly dance, we talk about classical and modern Egyptian dance. We talk about Sha'abi, we talk about Baladi, Raksel Baladi. We talk about all sorts of beautiful nuances within the Oriental dance universe, okay? So in both sides you have differences and in both sides you have lines that connect them. You have similarities, you have common ground. And a common ground is emotion. Even if I'm doing a tabla solo, pure percussion, very dry, my emotional dimension should be used. Otherwise I will look like a puppet and I will dance like a puppet. I will not dance like a human being. Even if I'm dancing Saidi, one of the more masculine, vertical, dry styles within Egyptian folklore, I have to use my emotions. I have to bring my heart into it. Otherwise, it's gonna look and feel empty, machine-like, sterile. Even if I'm using a beledi awedi, which has no storyline, it's not particularly romantic or anything, it's open to interpretation because by its nature it's 100% improvised, music and dance. Even in that case, my emotional dimension has to be used naturally, effortlessly. Now there is another side to this question. It's not only about knowing that emotions are part of our human existence, therefore they are part of our dance, independently of the style that we are working with, but there is also another aspect, very important, which is how do I feel? What kind of emotions should I apply to a tabla solo, to an Kulthum song, to a Beledi Awedi, to a Saidi, to a Hagele, to a Nubian piece? And this question is perhaps the most fascinating and the one that you will dislike the most. Because we want formulas, right? We want a teacher to tell us, here you do this, here you do that, here you're gonna suffer, here you're gonna be happy, because it's easier. It's easier to be a follower and a copy machine than it is to be an original and to expose who we are. And when we feel, we expose our deepest selves, and many of us don't want to expose our deepest selves. So we prefer that someone tells us how to feel. In a tabla solo, you're gonna feel happy. In an Kulthum song, you're gonna feel nostalgic. In a Beledi Awedi, you're gonna feel sexy. It doesn't work like that. As far as I'm concerned, teachers can pass on a lot of information, a lot of tools, a lot of skills. They cannot tell you how to feel because you are an individual. You are a person. You are a completely different entity. The way I react emotionally to a song is not necessarily the way that you will react to a song, because we're different people. It doesn't mean I'm better or worse. It just means that I have a different composition, I have a different character, different past, different memories, different sensibility. So the music, independently of the style of music, is gonna hit me, it's gonna affect me, it's gonna move me in a very personal and beautiful and original way. So instead of asking your teachers, how do I feel here, or what kind of emotions should I use there, allow yourself to connect to the music on a deeper level. And your system, your ears, your heart, your sensibility, your education as well are gonna tell you what is naturally there. How will you feel there naturally from within? Not planned, not choreographed, not thought about. It's something that it's instinctive, it's coming from within, and it happens from moment to moment. So maybe I'm gonna dance a song that feels very sad to me right now, but maybe tomorrow I'm gonna dance the same song and it's not gonna feel so sad anymore. It's gonna affect me or move me in a different way, because tomorrow I'm a different person than I was today, and tomorrow my mood will be different, the day will be different, the events that surround me would have been different. So acknowledge the fact that as a human being, you are an emotional being, aside from many other beautiful things. And if you allow yourself to bring that humanity to the table in your dancing, in your life, the question of should I feel or how should I feel is not even a question anymore. It's going to be something that you will naturally answer. I hope this video inspired you and helped you in some way. If it did, please share it with your dance peeps, and I will be so thankful for that. I will see you somewhere around the world at Joana Saahirah's Online Dance School, at Joana Saahirah's World. Until then, receive my love and a kiss. Consider joining our newsletter so that you are the first to get all our news, and one of the insider community members that gets exclusive content I only share with our people, and know everything about it, how to join it, in the description box below this video. I love you, and I'm sending you my usual kiss. Mwah.